I want to explore being funny on a stage and making a group of people laugh. And I think that starts, how do I start moving towards that direction? How did you start exploring that?
Phil for you. I wanted to be a surgeon because I saw the TV show Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good show.
I thought JD and Turk were so cool. And
yeah,
I was like, well, they're just having fun making jokes all day. I think that's the job I want.
That's surgeon. What you thought was surgeon.
That's what I thought was surgeon. And then my older brother was like, people write that. I thought they were just making it up as they go.
Mm-hmm.
And I was maybe 16 years old.
You thought they were improv in that?
I didn't know that there would be a full line by line script. I didn't.
Right.
That was lost.
Was there to Scrubs, or did they improv some of that?
I'm sure they improv'd a good bit, but yeah, most shows like that are fully scripted.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I wanted to be a TV show writer.
Okay.
And I looked up how to do that, and I started reading about how the creator of Scrubs, Bill Lawrence, got into comedy writing, and he started by doing stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, I'll start by doing stand-up.
Was this at UT? Where did you go?
I went to OU.
You went to Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Rival.
For Texans, like they don't like you.
I guess they do.
But it's like, we'll digress here for a minute. I think Texans don't like you, but isn't it like they like that they don't like you?
It's fun. It's a healthy amount of razzing, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, will mess with me, but
you're from Texas.
Yeah, I grew up
and you chose to go to Oklahoma.
I did.
I was trying to do the razz.
Oh,
thing.
you were doing that.
I did it.
You were doing
bit.
the thing.
I leaned into chose.
I chose to go to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's a great school.
So
I went originally for journalism because I was kind of scared to go full in on something creative. So I was like, well, I'll do journalism.
Safety net.
Yeah, and that's like a writing thing. And I was just terrible at it. I was really not good. I had an experience like you were telling me about with your teacher who said, you're not meant for this.
You really had that?
Yeah. I was supposed to go over this like video essay thing we were working on, and she watched my video and said, you know what? I really worry about you. Like mentally, I worry about you. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that was the end of that conversation. And I did not be, and then I switched to
She didn't think you were smart enough to do it, or she was, I don't understand.
I was wayward.
Wayward.
Yeah. I was pretty lost, and I didn't know it. You know what I mean?
Were you doing drugs and alcohol? It was college.
I was not doing I was smoking weed and drinking.
Yeah, that's drugs and alcohol.
I'm not doing drugs and alcohol.
But that's actually
smoking weed and drinking beers.
The weed is the drugs. The beers is the alcohol.
The beers is the alcohol.
You were doing drugs and alcohol.
I was doing drugs and alcohol,
yeah.
But I wasn't hitting it really hard. Or anything. Like not even every night of the week or problematically hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly.
Well, what does wayward mean?
Wait, what does wayward mean?
Yeah, she thought you were wayward.
I'm asking, what does it mean? What's the definition of the word?
I think it means, to me, if I was going to say what wayward meant, which is what you're asking me, it means like unfocused, or like you're kind of, you don't know. I think of it as a sailboat in the ocean without a sail.
Yeah, I was aimless and obviously depressed. To everyone who was, to adults who could see a young adult struggling. They're like, oh, this guy's struggling.
Oh, dude.
It's fine. I'm fine now. But yeah, I was bummed out. You come out of high school and as an ADHD person, and also didn't know that I had ADHD at the time. It had come up, but the conversation around it was like, well, that's not real.
Did you struggle socially?
In college or
in your life?
Always. Yeah, sure. I always felt a little bit on the outside.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had, I've talked about it on this show numerous times when I read this book by Carolyn McGuire I think it's called Why Will No One Play With Me? It made it all make sense. Like something about the neurodivergent or the ADHD expression, other kids, like neurotypical kids, which were the majority, would pick up on and subtly kind of exclude.
Yeah.
In ways that I didn't get growing up. It was just like I didn't go to a lot of birthday parties. I didn't get, I would get kicked out of groups. I just always struggled socially.
Bummer, dude.
Sounds like you did too.
Yeah, maybe to a different, I don't know. It was different. I feel like I, had friends, but was always a little bit out. Or I wasn't necessarily kicked out of groups, but maybe wasn't invited to join groups because I wasn't putting myself out there.
Oh, you would kind of...
Yeah, totally internalized. Like you were describing, like, I'm not going to commit this guy to memory yet because I wasn't giving people strong, positive, pro-social cues.
That makes sense.
Avoiding eye contact and avoiding conversations and not reaching out to people. So it's not like they overlooked me. They just pursued obvious social opportunities and I wasn't involved.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I had kind of like the opposite thing where I would be wilder or like where they're like, that guy's a little bit off.
Yeah.
And you would just kind of be more blank slate.
Exactly.
Not give the cues that, hey, I'm a safe person to develop intimacy and connection with.
Sure. Or even just interesting or like hear it all, But I think I masked well and very agreeable. So that all came together for me.
And then, so this takes you through the college and you're going to journalism and they're like, we don't know if this is for you.
Yeah.
Where does the comedy start to happen where you're getting out?
Oh, okay. So at that same time, I had started doing the summer after my freshman year. I did my first open mic. I spent all summer. Twitter was the hot social media at the time.
Okay.
It was still Twitter. This was 2012.
Okay.
And yeah, everyone was just tweeting funny one-liners all the time. So I'd been tweeting all summer long.
And you were knocking out one-liners?
Yeah, I was getting maybe 15 likes. That was a lot back then.
That's pretty good.
That was good engagement back in the day.
But you were writing.
Yeah, I was writing. I was writing little
comedy
one-liners.
Yeah.
Every day, and then so by the end of that summer, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give comedy a shot.
Okay.
It had been on my mind, I want to do stand-up, but I didn't watch stand-up growing up. The only stand-ups I knew were Dave Chappelle and Bo Burnham, and I was like, I can't do what either of them do. So
yeah.
And then I started doing stand-up before I ever really watched stand-up.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your preparation like?
I went to YouTube and I typed in stand-up comedy, and I watched Dave Chappelle's For What It's Worth, and it's incredible. And it actually did make me think I could do something like this because he's not a real, he doesn't, or at least that special was very surreal, and he was doing silly, absurd, made up stories about things that didn't happen, but they're just so funny and so well written. And I was I could totally do something like that, and I couldn't, is what I learned. But
you couldn't.
It was inviting.
That was a testament to his skill,
right?
That he made it look so easy.
Yeah,
he made it look like anybody could do it.
Right.
And when you realize that not everybody can do it is when you put pen to paper and attempt to do it.
Less about when I put pen to paper, more when I put microphone to hand.
Oh, you were improvising on the stage?
I wasn't improvising on the stage. I had I had a rough idea of what I was going to say. I'd written it out, and and it's still how I write now. But I had a rough idea. Go up. This is at the Backdoor Comedy Club in Dallas, and you show up to the open mic.
You had 3 minutes. How many minutes did you have?
I had 3 minutes. I get up on stage, do 30 seconds, and get right off.
You did 30 seconds.
30 seconds, in and out real quick. I had more stuff. I just got so nervous I had to leave.
Hands sweating.
Oh, everything's sweating.
It was brutal.
I had a bad time. And so my idea going into it was like, okay, well, I had such a bad year at college. Like I just didn't like doing the journalism thing. And I was like, okay, if I just do this open mic, I'm going to become a comedian and I won't have to go back to college and I'll just be a famous comedian instead off this one open mic. And then I failed miserably and immediately just kind of like shortened my goals to like, all right, well, I'm going to learn how to do an open mic well. And so that took about, I don't know, 6 months is what I would say, but looking back, it's hard to say that, open mics were going really well. But, 6 months started to get a groove.